welcome to News Now with me, Magma McHot and Andy Pahoyhoy. I'm in tonight for Tsunami, who's out with the tide flu. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this latest outbreak of ultra-important news. A renegade group of ultra-important intelligent students have recently published a report on the effects of the 1991 Mount Pinatubo eruption in the Philippines. We immediately will be covering two of their sources, with another source being reviewed by our film critic, Raya Olitic, later in the show. Following that will be live footage from the eruption with our special field correspondent, Tefra Basalti. And now for a short burst of rambling opinion on absolutely nothing, Andy Pahoyhoy.
Hey gang, Andy Pahoyhoy here, and I'm here to drop some information bombs on y'all. Today I'll be getting fresh about some academic peer-reviewed journal articles with you and you and you. The article entitled Atmospheric Effects of the Mount Pinatubo Eruption was especially useful. This article painted a vivid picture of the importance that Mount Pinatubo played in atmospheric phenomenon in the years immediately following its eruption. As well as studious notes on volcanic aerosols, there were notes on stratospheric circulation and the eruption's effects on the Earth's radiative processes. Other papers just did not match up. The article was clear and clearly aimed at an audience close to what the University of Manitoba's group of geographical experts were accustomed to. The group claims that other peer-reviewed articles were just not specific enough and did not delve into the required environmental detail that the group was searching for. But enough of my rants, Magma. Back to you for some awesome info on that university group's other source, the government website.
Oh, Andy, you charmer. Thanks for keeping it real in the newsroom.
No problem, Magma.
And now for a far more professional approach to reporting, I will be explaining why this renegade university group chose to use this website as a defining website they will be using to convey their message of Mount Pinatubo's destruction. Their government website of choice is the United States Geological Survey, also known as USGS. It is especially useful because it gives a great breakdown of the precursor activities, as well as the impacts, continuing hazards, and the effects of the explosion. These effects include economic, social, and environmental effects. This website was reportedly chosen because of its straightforward layout and uncomplicated conveyance of vital information. Other websites just couldn't compare. Sources close to the group say that other government websites did not put the information they were looking for in a clear manner, such as this one. And now for a look at this weekend's movie reviews with our on-site film critic, Raya Olitic. Raya?
Thanks, Magma and Andy. Today I'll be covering the release of the third part of the Mount Pinatubo video on YouTube. Well, folks, this episode, which wraps up the trilogy, seems to be the best so far, from where it continues from part 2 and envelops the viewer with shots of panic that struck the evacuation of a Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines. Combined with stunning videography of the actual explosion of the volcano, heartbreaking music and sound effects transport the viewer to the site of the eruption. Whether it be a circling helicopter or as one of the Americans fleeing the base, this video is extremely adept at ensconcing the viewer in the perils of the eruption of Mount Pinatubo. This installment has received the highest rating from me because it shows most of the after effects as well as the best first-hand footage of all 3 videos. This video gets 2 thumbs up from me, guys. Back to you.
Thanks for the raging review, Raya. And now we go live to the scene of the eruption with our special field reporter, and I mean special, Tefra Basalti.
Thanks, Magma. Tefra Basalti here at Mount Pinatubo. It's erupting behind me, and I'm safe in my helicopter on June the 12th, 1991. It used to be known as the Sleeping Giant, and it was awoken about a year ago by an earthquake. The American Clark Air Base has been evacuated, and the villagers are looking on in despair. This is a classic Plinian eruption with a huge column of ash and lava pouring down the sides. I sure wouldn't want to be a villager right now, Magma.
Wow, looks like the situation is really heating up over there, Tefra.
All of us here at the station are jealous of your tropical rock. Hope you catch the rays, but wouldn't want you to come back with the burn.
And this wraps up our evening news for News Now. I'm Magma McHot.
And I'm Andy Pahoyhoy.
Good night.
Dun, 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 dun. Na na